The year is 1999. Do you know where your Sega Dreamcast is? Probably busy playing some video games. Like this one, a 20th century release on the Sega Dreamcast. It's Speed Devils from Ubisoft. An arcade-style racing game where you'll compete against other wacko drivers as you make your way through a series of races to eventually compete against Driver X. No relation to Speed Racer's Racer X, of course. The game starts you off with a beater of a car that you'll be able to quickly upgrade and or sell, but that may not be enough to keep the game exciting enough to really get into it. Speed Devils suffers from a severe dose of mediocrity. Alright, I'll buy the car with the pizza delivery paint job, and look, there's a dinosaur right in the middle of the road. That's kind of cute, but 6-minute races through fairly bland environments are just not enough to keep this game engaging. We're about to drive right through a Jaws-inspired Shark Studio setup, but the shark never eats you, and King Kong never crushes you. Speed Devils feels like an early release on the Dreamcast. It has a touch of personality, just not enough to be memorable. Speed Devils has several massive environments inspired by real-world locations that you'll quickly wish were designed to be much shorter tracks. Normally, driving through a volcano would be extremely exciting, but Speed Devils has found a way to make even that monotonous and boring. I think part of the problem is that the music in this game sounds like generic elevator music designed to put you to sleep instead of going into a violent rage. Speed Devils does have its good features. For starters, you can gamble and bet against other drivers. That'll get you some additional money that you can spend on new cars and upgrades. And there are a lot of cars in the game, all of which have goofy paint jobs that are kind of fun. It's all so bland, and 6 minutes of listening to this music will make you want to throw your Speed Devils disc out the window. Let's face it, there's better driving games on the Dreamcast: Metropolis Street Racer, Tokyo Extreme Racer, Sega Rally 2, and of course Ferrari F355 Challenge. Even features like rolling boulders that almost hit your car and smashing speed traps for extra points can't save Speed Devils. There's not many reasons to go back and revisit this game on the Dreamcast. It doesn't even have a sequel. A Ubisoft game without a sequel, that means that they didn't even like it. Although there is some in-game advertising for Rayman 2. I think that there's a great chance that if you bought this game in 1999 or 2000 and spent a lot of time playing it, that you have fond memories of Speed Devils, because it's not awful. If anything, it actually packs quite a challenge as you try to race against other drivers and eventually win their cars in vendetta races, where you run the risk of losing your own car. You also have to manage your money and spend it wisely. There's a number of different shortcuts that you can find throughout the game to make races easier, or at least faster. Speed Devils packs a lot of gameplay. There's even local multiplayer and an arcade mode. You can also find it for the Dreamcast or the PC for just a couple bucks these days. If you like this kind of game, I think your time is better spent elsewhere, and there's far more exciting racing games on the Sega Dreamcast. How about some Crazy Taxi? Many racing games on the Dreamcast, like Metropolis Street Racer and Ferrari F355, are still worth playing today. Speed Devils is best left on the used game store shelf. If you're interested in this kind of competitive arcade-style fun racing game, try something else like Burnout Paradise. Or at least Kill Seaman on the Dreamcast. That's always entertaining.